Hi everyone, it's Heidi from Flutter by Heidi, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the United Kingdom in the heart of the country in the Midlands. So we haven't done one of these for a while. It's kind of a bit of a Ferrero Friday, but actually it's showcasing 3 different treat boxes using the lovely Coming Home stamp set from the Trimming the Town suite. So this is the stamp set that I've used here, which is Coming Home. It has 4 different houses, and I've made these 3 of the 4 houses into little treat boxes. And it comes with the Home Together, or you can buy it with the Home Together dies and a bundle discount, or you can just buy the dies, or you can just buy the stamp set and hand cut them out. Up to you entirely. The dies, if you're going to do a lot with this, it does make cutting out things like the trees and the car and all the smaller images much easier. So what I'm going to do today is to create this little 3D box, but I've got 3 boxes that I'm going to share with you over the next week or so that have got 3 different styles. So the one we're making today is this one here, and being a Friday, of course, it's Ferrero Friday. It just fits a Ferrero, and it is a bit of a tight squeeze, I have to admit. You know, it is. There you go, you have to give it a bit of a shake. But you see it's just got a top closing sort of lid, like so. So that's today's box. The box we're going, another one we're going to do is the short squat box. And you see I've covered the roof as well. And that's got a side opening. So that's perfect for popping a little candle in, or a little bag of treats will just about fit it in there. And then the third box, that's actually got a couple of variations, is this one here. And this is a tag topper box. So actually you can see here, and if I hadn't tied it in a knot you would be able to see, that actually that will open up. And this literally just fits, this size one, just fits 2 Yankee candles and tea lights, which are quite big tea lights. That's really good, isn't it? I tied that in a knot. I will open this. There we go. There we go. Right. So it does just fit 2 Yankee candle tea lights in there, but it's a bit of a tight fit. So I have made a slightly wider one, you can see here, which fits either some Ritter Sport, or it fits the Yankee candle ones just with a little bit more space. You'll see they just sit diagonally rather nicely. So the principle is the same on those, and I'll show you how to make those as well. Okay, we're going to do some bit of colouring as well, as you can see, but not too much. So let's get started. Now the first thing I do with these is when I'm stamping something like this, where I want to do repeat stamping, I get out my Stamparatus. Absolutely brilliant piece of kit. I die cut from some sort, you can see rose red, I think this is, one of the images from an outline, and then I cut loads of blanks, as you can see here. So I then, when it comes to creating, if I've got to stamp lots, I can pop that in, I can grab my ink, and I can just, oh, I've moved that, look at that, yeah, just as well. Stamp down, and you're going to get perfectly placed images every time. Really good way of doing it. I find that gives me a much better success rate, shall we say, when I'm stamping the images. So actually what you want one of those, and then you I've used you can use 3 blank ones then. I think I've actually probably used I've probably just stamped on one of my blank ones. There we go. But 3 blank ones if you only want it on the front. Now obviously I've double-sided it, this one. I have put up one on the back as well. Up to you how much colouring you want to do. So that's what you're going to need first of all. So I've got a selection of my blends here, and I've tied them all together to remind me what colours I used. So I've used the light and dark Calypso Coral for the roof. I've then used my Pool Party for the and a Bermuda Bay for the rest of those, and that was to remind me what I'd actually used. So colouring with blends, lots of different ways of doing it. It depends how precise you want to be. I generally, if I've got the time, first of all I use a circular motion, and I just put my base layer of colour down with my lighter one. like so. Then I come in with my dark, and with these I'm just using the bullet tip, just to kind of, and I'm deliberately sort of doing it sort of some lines to give a bit of variation, and I do that both top and bottom. I vary it a little bit, you know, and I'm just going to colour the top of the chimney in a quite solid colour. Now you'll see you haven't actually got the blend effect on that, so now I'm going to come in with my brush, and where those colours join is where I'm just going to go over and add some more colour, and that will just help move that ink around. There are some fabulous people out there who do wonderful things with blends, so I really recommend you sort of go and have a look, but have a play yourself as well. You know, there's no right or wrong here. Now when I'm doing the house, what I tend to do, again for speed though now, is the other thing you can do is come in with your darker colour first. So if I do my darker colour underneath where there'd be shadows, so kind of under the windows you'd usually get a bit of shadow, in the corners, and I say again, and if you're doing several of these I would recommend you work on one at a time as well. Now what I'm going to do is come in with my light pool party. Now I'm actually going to cover the whole of this all the way over, even the windows, and that will hopefully help blend those darker bits, and then I'll show you how I'm going to get the slightly lighter effects around those windows. Okay, so as I say, that's just sort of blended that in really. As I say, circular motion, plenty of alcohol kind of being put down with that, and you'll find that that will then blend in more so. And then for the windows, so I've coloured them in here. Now actually what I'm now going to do is use my colour lifter and just come in and actually just lift some of that colour off there, and you'll see that's just starting to go a paler shade in there. Then finally my door, I think I used Bermuda Bay, I might not have done actually, but who knows. And small areas I do tend to use my brush tip more than others, but I just come in and that gives a slightly deeper shade as well. So I want a bit of darker, and I'll just come in with the pool party. So there we have our little house. So we have our house, we have 4 pieces. Now those across the pond will be happy with me today because I'm working in inches. I will do centimetres. I literally just haven't had a chance to do that today. And these are so economical to make because they use just a tiny little bit of card. So I'm just using ordinary Whisper White, and I'm cutting a piece that is 2 1/4 inches, which hopefully you can just about see on there. And this is the only nasty measurement really. This is 6 1/4. So if you're using UK cardstock, the easy way to do this is to just cut 2 inches off the length, or on this new trimmer you have got a mark that's on the dark grey bit, so if you line that up there you're sorted. So easy measurements, you're going to score at 1/2 inch on each of the short sides like so, and then on the long you're going to score at 1 1/2, at 2 3/4, at 4 1/4, trying to read my own handwriting, and at 5 1/2. And unusually, rather than a 1/2 inch, I've actually left a slightly longer measurement on for our tab to tuck in. So we're now going to grab our snips. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm actually going to reinforce those score lines first. Just very gently Okay, so this one at the end, the little short one, is our tab. So you're going to just notch that out slightly, and you're literally just taking a little bit off the side. And I'm leaving it a bit longer to because it's a small box. You want it to kind of really poke down and hold down well. So that's going to be our tab that comes across the top. So now we're going to cut straight on this one. We're going to notch those out. So you can see our box is starting to form here. So again, keep those and you'll see what I actually... The reason for the extra one is that you cover up on the inside. You can see there by using the die cuts on the inside, you're going to cover up any joins that you've got. So here we go with our little box. This is our lid. So these side pieces you're going to want to notch out a reasonable amount, probably a little bit more, just to kind of make sure they go in, like so. Okay, so there you go, there's our piece. And the reason I've kept these ones square is so that you can get a really nice, you can see where to line it up so you get a nice square finish. That makes sense. Okay, so what glue to use? Now I would honestly say with a bit more time I would probably be using my Tombow, because it gives us a bit of wiggle room. Okay, but for a little bit of speed, I'm trying to think the best way to do these. Okay, it might well be the Tombow. I'm going to have some fun. So just put some on those corners, and this is for the bottom of the box. So these are going to fold in and just have that tab like so. And the same on the other side, just to create a little tab. And then what you're going to do is use our house shapes to really create a nice effect. Now actually what would have been really sensible actually, there you go, this is actually to do this bit first. So I'm taking a slight sliver off both of the sides of one of my houses, because that's going to help form the frame in here. So if you imagine, let's do our house. A little bit of glue just on the three sides, and you can then attach that on the inside of our box. See there? And do the same on the other side. Okay, so take one of our houses, and I'm just trimming just a small amount up there, and that's because obviously being on the inside you want it slightly smaller than the one on the outside. So just think about which way around our house is going to face if you were actually doing if you were going to colour both sides. Just a simple U of glue, and just pop that over the top there. And then to make sure that it's right, just fold that bit in as well. So once you've created that, all you need to do now is add glue all to the front of that and add our house coloured one. Just lining that up with the roof, as you can see. Repeat on the reverse. And actually you can add some to the roof as well, and just pop that on there. And as I say, that then covers any joins up that you've got on the inside, and there we have a cute little house to add in. Now if you wanted to, you could pop a punch on the inside there. I've probably only got my 3/4 inch punch, but a 1/2 inch punch, and you could just take a little notch out of that to make it easier to open, or you could add a little piece of ribbon or anything you like. But there you have a cute little table decoration, or you could perhaps make a little forest of these to go in your window for Christmas. But all in all, I just thought they were a really fun little idea. So if you want to learn how to make our other sizes of box, pop back and see me again soon. Subscribe to my blog or my YouTube channel and you'll get notified when I post my next project. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to purchase any of the products you've seen, pop along to my blog at flutterbyheidi.co.uk or my Stampin' Up shop, heidismith.stampinup.net, and you'll find the links and all the measurements on there. Thanks for watching. Bye.